This is unbelievable. I have never seen anything like this. We reached the tipping point.
Allegations of prostitution and pedophilia, and allegations that those crimes were somehow covered up or not looked into.
And it gets worse.
These investigations were whitewashed, quashed altogether, and that those orders came from high up.
Let's take a closer look.
So somehow these far-right folks on the internet knew about this story before a so-called mainstream media outlet like the New York Post got it.
By the way, whatever happened to Hunter? Where the hell is he?
The leaked documents suggested at one point he gave a Ukrainian executive the opportunity to meet with former Vice President Joe Biden. The Biden campaign said his schedule indicated no such meeting took place.
There's been a lot of misinformation. Once you make it personal, you basically go down the same rabbit hole that they're trying to leave everybody down.
Burisma. So Facebook and Twitter took unusual steps to limit readership of an article by the New York Post about alleged emails from Joe Biden's son.
Be careful who you give power to and who they're going to ban and censor next.
How are we going to allow these corporations, essentially, to be the arbiters of what is and is not acceptable content on their platforms?
I don't care that it's in the New York Post. I have no respect for the New York Post, nor should anyone else. Once you start blocking stories based on, things that are not legitimate.
I want to get to the heart of it. Did you and your father ever discuss Ukraine?
No.
With all the millions and millions and millions of dollars being spent, they're not buying it.
None.
This isn't pretend. These people are on tape.
What I regret is not taking into account that there would be a Rudy Giuliani and a president of the United States that would be listening to this ridiculous conspiracy idea.
There are growing questions about the man once known as America's mayor, Rudy Giuliani, and if he is being used by Russia.
They're projecting onto us that which they are doing.
I think the Russians are a really minor part of the story.
Look, it's all noise.
They're just saying the opposite of what is incontrovertibly so.
Now let's talk about China. Joe Biden's done more than look the other way on China. The people who benefited are his family members, not the American people. Joe Biden was point person on Iraq. The president of a construction firm met with Biden's team in the White House, and then who did they hire to build thousands of houses in Iraq? Joe Biden's close family member, who, you guessed it, had no experience in the industry and no experience in Iraq.
We take every allegation of misconduct seriously and we look into it.
Hunter even arranged for his dad to meet with one of the partners. 10 days later, those Chinese communist bankers approved millions to go to Hunter's firm.
What other evidence do you need?
Biden and his son are stone cold crooked.
On a far-right message board, apparently the same story was going around a couple of days before the New York Post published it.
I just don't want to be a distraction to what he wants to tell the American people right now.
200 million people will die, probably by the time I finish this talk.
They ain't buying it.
And it gets worse.